must change our response.
Good morning, everybody.
When the virus changes its method of attack, we must change.
I'm wearing my Chuck Norris style Texas Walker Ranger hat today.
From the USA Radio
Yesterday I wore the entire outfit.
You've heard me talking about My Pillow for 20 years, folks. It's
at the station, but
I get the best sleep of my
it's kind of a
life
little bit
with
too
My
hot
Pillow.
to wear
You can do it
the
too.
entire
60-day money
outfit
back
here
guarantee, 10-year warranty
this morning here
USA.
in the studio.
You'll
It's a
sleep
little
well,
hot.
or you'll get your
I got the
money
hat.
back. Go to mypillow.com, click on the radio listener special, use my promo code USA, get 2 My Pillow premium pillows for the price of one, or call 1-800-951-8175. Get the best sleep of your life and do it now.
If you follow politics, you understand the importance of Georgia's Senate runoff elections in the first week of January. USA Radio News' Tim Berg takes a closer look at the Peach State elections.
Former President Barack Obama is appearing in a series of new campaign ads ahead of Georgia's key Senate runoff elections. Senator Kamala Harris set to visit the state next week. Meanwhile, last week, Vice President Mike Pence was in Georgia campaigning for both Republican candidates. As far as how the polls are looking for the candidates in Georgia, Trafalgar Group's Robert Cahaley tells Fox News.
We've seen a little bit of movement. This is our third poll in 3 weeks, and we are showing that for our first time in any of our polls, we're showing a lead for Purdue. It's still very, very close with the certainly within the margin of error at 50.2 to 47.5. And in the other one, the special, we are showing Loeffler maintaining the lead that she's had on most of our surveys, and she's at 52.2 versus 45.5 for Warnock.
From the USA Radio News Phoenix Bureau, I'm Tim Berg.
Threat prevention experts warn that online shoppers expecting package deliveries are subject to fake delivery notices. Hackers phishing for your personal information is up 440% this year.
Wow.
Experts say don't click links in email. Go directly to their website in your web browser.
Not good.
For USA Radio News, I'm Lance Pry.
440%
The opinions
rise in
expressed on this program are those of the
people
host
looking for
and do not
personal
express
information,
the
like
views of
hackers and stuff.
WPF ownership
440%
or
rise.
radio.
A lot of people are stuck
Content
at
and
home.
on all
Bored.
programs are those of the host and their guests.
That's not good. That's bad. That's... Wow.
Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Weekend Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro News, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Good morning, everybody. And welcome to the second to last Middleboro review of the year of 2020. Today is December 20th. Today is 12/20/2020. And joining me here as soon as I get up his mic is Don.
Good morning.
Good morning, Don. How are you this morning?
Like your hat there, Tex.
Thank you. I am I'm wearing my Chuck Norris style Texas Walker Ranger hat. Of course, for people who know the TV show, the famous TV show that aired in the early to late 90s, of course, for a couple of seasons. Pretty popular program, 8 seasons worth, and Chuck Norris was the star. And so I'm wearing my Chuck Norris Texas Walker Ranger style hat as a little bit of a tribute to that show. It's been about 20 years now since that show has been off the air. So, what are we doing today here on Middleboro in Review? Well, we have a mostly Christmas-style program. We're going to talk a lot about the Festival of Lights, La Salette, and other Christmas things as well. We're going to talk about the food pantry. They have Christmas meals going out as well this week. So we got a lot to get to. We'll talk a little bit about some local sports as well. There's a local story, local town, and a local cross-country team. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the NFL. Kind of getting burnt out on the NFL a little bit. It's been a long season of football, but it's almost over. Playoffs are almost here. There are some games that I'm interested in this week. Maybe a game or two that I'm interested in this week. I'm definitely interested in what the Patriots will do this week as well. So that should be very interesting as well. And maybe Dawn will have a subject or two to talk about as well on today's program. So we have a great program here for you today. But let's talk a little bit about the weather first. So I'm in Taunton right now. Currently it is 22 degrees. Very cold, very icy outside. So if you are going outside this morning, definitely put some sand down, because it is very, very icy out there on driveways. 22 degrees right now in Taunton. 39 for the high today. And we might get a little bit of rain as well. Monday, 39 degrees as well as some rain. Middleboro, it's only about a degree warmer. Right now it's clear. And we have the same forecast as Taunton for the next 2 days. Driscoll, North Dakota, Driscoll, Texas. Driscoll, North Dakota is coming. Driscoll, Texas, 54 degrees with fog. 76 for the high. And a pretty nice week coming up. We're going to see some 80s. Pick of the week, 86 on Wednesday. And currently in Driscoll, North Dakota, it's getting cold. 20 degrees currently, with a possibility this week of seeing a low that will be in the negative. Right now we are seeing on Wednesday a high of 16 and a low of -2 for Driscoll, North Dakota. Right now, 20 degrees with a chance of rain today and a high of 40. So, Don, how was your week this week?
Well, we didn't drive on Thursday, the day of the snowstorm, which was very smart on my boss's behalf, because we're caught up. We're in good shape as far as our oil deliveries. So he just said, just camp out and, give us time to clean up. And I always say, when you get a day off, you sit home, drink hot chocolate, and watch Scooby-Doo. So,
yep. Very good idea.
Well, that's what we did, and the last couple of days have been challenging, driving.
The ice, definitely.
A lot of the areas I deliver oil down is in the Duxbury, Cohasset, Situate, Pembroke, Hanson area. They're pretty rural areas, and a lot of the driveways, long driveways, and a lot of them in the woods. So I did the best I could, considering a lot of the driveways. Just a lot of ice. The ice is the problem. We had that wet snow, and then when it froze, it just turned everything into ice. So it's just baby steps. You walk like a duck.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
It's just 5-6 times harder to do it when you have the weather. So that's just how it is. And right after the storm, most people don't have a chance to get out and clear a path. Most people do. They're pretty good about it. But whatever. It is what it is. And hopefully it'll melt soon. I know we got some warmer weather coming soon to just take the edge off with all the ice, because there is a lot of ice. Just a lot of people need to be careful. It's just got to give yourself extra time. That's where you got to do your loopy-doopers in your driveway, trying to get into your car, trying to rush to go to work or whatnot.
Yeah.
Just got to remember it's still icy out there, and the roads aren't. The roads are in pretty good shape. I think Mass DOT did a really good job on the roads, as far as our area anyway. Weymouth didn't do too well though. I drove to Weymouth on Friday, and oh my God, they get an F in my Upbucks for the whole area. I drive a lot of places, whole South Shore area, and Weymouth did. The Weymouth, the state highways like 3A, that's 53. The state usually does those roads.
How is 18?
18's fine because it's state.
Okay.
But the rest of Weymouth is terrible. Terrible.
18 is starting to take shape.
Oh yeah.
I was down there. I was down there on Wednesday, and it's starting to take shape.
Yeah, they're starting to piece it together. And also, you're going over the newer bridge now. Did you notice going over the newer bridge when you went over the commuter rail track bridge?
Yes.
Over in Weymouth?
Yep.
It curved you over. Now you're going over the new section, which.
Yeah.
So I think they got to build another 2-lane on the other side, and this should be done. But 18. It's all coming together. 18 was fine. Also, too, the Route 44 bridge going over 24.
Yeah, less cones.
But that's coming together too. It looks like all the cones are gone. They got
no more maze of cones. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think they got some Jersey barriers to pop up. I think just waiting for this snow to melt, and maybe they got a little bit more pavement to do. They got to pop up the Jersey barriers, and then if they have the weather, hopefully they will. I mean, it's still early. This snow came early, I think. Usually you don't really get dumped on until like
after Christmas and,
after New Year's
and things
anyway,
like that.
sure,
Yes.
January.
Yeah.
But hopefully this is a fluke. This will go away because I know a lot of landscapers, talking to landscape buddies of mine, and they're not done with their leaves yet. They gotta, they want their work. I mean, they do the cleanup, the snow cleanup, but that lasts 24 hours, and now they're waiting for everything to melt so they can finish their work. So hopefully it melts, and just I say everyone just be careful, especially in the mornings.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall. No one wants to fall.
Exactly.
You asked.
Exactly. That's important. No one wants to fall.
No. It's just getting in the vehicle. Me and you getting in my truck this morning.
Yes, that's why we reiterate right at the beginning of the show. It is a icy mess in driveways. Be careful. Put some sand down, salt, anything else that would help that situation. Make sure to put it down because it will help. Because it is icy out there.
You know what gives me mini heart attacks when I drive that oil truck? Is when I'm driving down the road and I see somebody coming to the intersection fast, especially weather like this.
Yep.
I mean, you should kind of creep up. You're coming up to the end of a road or an intersection. You should kind of go slow.
Yeah.
You shouldn't because I had one person fly into the intersection. I saw it coming, so I slowed down. When you drive for a living, you see stuff coming. You have to, or you'll be involved in accidents all the time. So you kind of have to read people's mind. But I saw somebody coming, and I knew it was Friday, and the roads were all right. But there's icy patches, and they slid right in front of me. Well, not way in front of me because I noticed it. But I mean, if I didn't notice it, we could have, would have been close. So people need to realize when they come up to the intersections, they need to, just kind of. I mean, you got to stop anyway. It's a stop sign. Well, why just go 100 miles an hour and then jam on your brakes at the stop sign? You have to stop, and especially in conditions like that, you don't want to be sliding out into the intersection. And I tell you, when you drive out of the driveway, you crawl, right?
Yes.
You'd hate to slide out the Route 105, right?
Yes, because it's busy.
Well,
It's busy.
How many tractor trailers drive down 105 on Thompson Street?
A lot.
All right, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you get, at least you have control.
Speaking of 105, Festival of Lights was last night. It was busy. 105 was busy, to say the least. I did go out, not to go to the Festival of Lights. I went somewhere else, and I went down 105, and it was busy. A good stream of cars coming in and out, and it's difficult especially when you have all those lights and at night. So if you're driving at night with a lot of lights, a lot of car lights, be careful as well if you're not used to driving at night, which I'm not. I'm not used to driving at night. I don't do it that often, so it's can be a little bit scary, but I got through it.
That's why we throw you in the oven. You make
Yeah.
you do more driving at night.
Yep. So keep that in mind as well. If it's nighttime, a lot of the cars have really bright headlights nowadays, and could distract you or could make driving a little bit hard. So just be careful of that as well. So 7:20 a.m.
You know what count is that, Joey?
What?
It's keep your glass clean.
Yes. And that's another important
Keep
thing
your
during
glass
the winter.
clean. I mean, if there's any time you should be, cleaning the glass on your vehicle is now.
Yes.
Okay, because you get, because a lot of people drive with high beams during dark times because they really can't see and they want to make sure. And I guess you shouldn't drive with high beams with the traffic, but people do it anyway.
Yes.
But I mean, if you have
See a lot of that.
if you have clean, clear glass, it just helps you because
Yep.
you don't have that glare factor.
Yep.
And a lot of that, the reason why a lot of headlight, problems with vision. I'm not saying all, but a lot of it is from dirty glass.
Yeah.
You need to clean your glass. It's very important to clean. People should stay on top of it because you'll see a lot much better, especially when the sun's coming up. Your mirrors, it's a world of difference.
All right, 7:21 a.m. in the morning here on WVBF, 15:30 a.m., 99.7 FM. I think we should open up the phones, and I'm gonna ask this question: who went to the Festival of Lights in Middleboro last night, and what did you think? As well, we've been talking about La Salette as well. Who has gone to La Salette over the past couple of weeks, and what has been your experience of that too? If you want to give us a call about those two topics, our phone number is 508-822-1106. Again, 508-822-1106. And if you want to listen to us on the Audio Now number, it is 605-562-7958. Again, 605-562-7958. You can also listen to us on TuneIn, WVBF 1530. You'll be able to find us. And the YouTube channel as well, Middleboro in Review, all lowercase. You'll be able to find us there as well. I've been uploading a lot of programs. A lot of my programs. I'm probably about 75% done with them. I should be done by the end of the year with every program on there. Except maybe one or two that may have gotten deleted by accident off of the Facebook page. I know there's at least one or two that have been accidentally deleted. But other than that, there will be pretty much all the shows. I know that there was a week or two where we didn't do a show as well, because of certain factors as well. So
There was two.
There was two of them. I know that back in June we didn't do a show. We were off. And then in
It was three
January we didn't do a show.
because of the move.
Because of the move, and then in
March.
and then March
Nope.
there was something
The power.
wrong with the power.
Yeah, it was the station went down. So you only missed out on 3 shows.
Yep. So there'll be a couple weeks where they're missing a show. It's because of those factors. That should go. Oh, that doesn't cover it yet. The Facebook page, as well, Middleboro in Review, has all the shows as well. If you want to listen to us live.
But you know what, Joe? You should hear it live on the radio.
But
It's much
prioritize listening to it on WVBF 1530 AM and 99.7 FM. That's the important part. Or if you're out of state and listening to us, listen to us on TuneIn.
It sounds much better.
Yes,
it
it does.
sounds much better.
Yes, it does.
Coming over the antenna.
We do the Facebook because there might be some people who don't have that.
Well, they're not up at 7. I mean, 7 in the morning.
Or
on Sunday.
who are not up.
Right.
And
Right.
we do that for them. And we do it for the YouTube as well to get it out to people.
So
So
like what Paul said, I love Paul Laverocious, right?
yeah.
Says, and that should be your sales pitch. He says it every time.
I always start with listen to us on WVBF when I do this.
Right, but he says, and that should be your sales pitch.
It
and
is.
He's been saying
It
it
is.
too, and he's been kind of saying it. It has been a sales pitch.
Yes.
When Paul says a reason to get up early on Sunday mornings,
Yep.
and he's kind of said that. He's the first one to really said that.
Yeah.
He says that every time he posts when he watches you on Facebook.
Yeah.
He says that. So I mean that's something.
So, again, 508-822-1106 if you want to give us a call about your experience going to La Salette or going to the Middleboro Festival of Lights. Give us a call on those two topics. We'd love to hear what your experiences have been over the past couple of weeks with those with the Festival of Lights and La Salette. So,
Is tonight the last night?
tonight is the last night of the Festival of Lights in Middleboro. Yes.
I'm surprised they don't have them on through the New Year's. I'm surprised they don't.
I am surprised too. I think that would be a good idea.
I mean, they could get one more weekend in. After Christmas, actually 2 more weekends in.
Yeah, I
mean, all that work.
like that idea.
Yeah.
I do. I like that idea. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe someone will bring that up to
think,
them.
Well, but the thing is, you got to think of the volunteers too.
Yes,
Because
maybe
they
they'll bring it up to them, and maybe
Right.
they'll have the ability to do it
But
that
then,
way.
But then again, the
the future.
volunteers, they need to spend time with their families for Christmas
Yes,
too.
absolutely.
So, I mean, we got to be working through
It's important.
the Christmas season, unless you can get people who are really gung-ho to do
Yeah,
it.
unless you can get other people who really want to do it, and
Right.
really want to do it through those 3 or 4 weekends that you want to do it.
Because it's so much work. Just
It is.
unplug it now.
Yes,
But,
it is, and think of the people at La Salette who have to unplug
Oh,
at the end of the season as well.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
see,
work.
that goes to the second, right?
That goes to the third, I
the
believe.
third. Okay.
So that's a lot of work
Yeah.
as well. So, all right, so 7:27, we're way ahead here. Time flies when you're having fun, for sure.
I think we got to pay some bills.
Yes, but we have to pay some bills. Okay, we have to pay some bills. We will be right back, though. We'll have a lot of great topics. We'll talk a little bit more about the Christmas holiday. We'll talk about the food pantry and what they're doing for Christmas meals and everything else. They're going out this week, so we'll have some more information about that when we get back from a commercial break. Again, you're listening to 1530 AM, 99.7 FM, WVBF, Middleboro Review for December 20th, 2020. Went over a little bit. We gotta corral ourselves a little bit here.
Yeah, but man, you don't want to.
It's all right. No, hey. Oh, I gotta
Christmas
fix my
time.
hair
You
here.
could have fun. You need a haircut.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a haircut like soon,
It's funny,
before
when-
the end of the year.
When Michelle was watching it, she said, "Oh, time for a haircut." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hope Michelle is out there. If you're out there, give us a thumbs up.
Any bites today? Or?
One person.
One view?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, one person. One view.
Spark Street Auto Body, located at 48
Kathy
Spark Street in
Enos.
Boston, Massachusetts, offers the highest
Kathy
quality collision
Enos.
repair and complete auto service for your car.
Yeah.
They are a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies. You can reach them at 508-583-1495.
Perfect.
They're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5. and
All right,
4
sports segment
on Fridays.
next.
Call them today.
Just to kind of get away from the.
We're gonna talk about Christmas a little bit, right?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it after the sports segment, just to space things out a little bit. I don't want to talk about Christmas for 45 minutes. You know, I want to actually get to some other things.
Talking about a lot, nothing. 25 minutes.
Yeah. I want to get to some other stuff. Well, we were talking about La Salette, and we're talking about some other small things as well around the community. So
And to make you laugh, some Irish comedy. That's Sundays from noon to
wasn't nothing for 25 minutes, but
1530 Taunton, Middleboro, and on
Okay.
the internet at hometowntalkradio.com.
St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves
I gotta give Combat Vets a call. I haven't done that yet. I gotta give them a call before the end of the year. See what they want to do for 2021.
on Wednesday
They
and
want to
Saturday. Clients can visit the pantry
advertise a
once
lot.
month and shop for their groceries. The pantry is open to everyone during
I
the
haven't talked to
pandemic.
him at all.
Anyone affected by the
I'm like,
COVID-19 crisis is welcome to register as a client with no income thresholds. To register by phone, just call 508-947-1717 and leave a message by selecting option 1. Your call will be returned by a volunteer who will add you to our list of clients. For the homebound or others who are self-quarantined, we will shop for you and deliver the groceries directly to your door. During the pandemic, we've taken all necessary precautions for the safety of clients and volunteers and have managed to remain open throughout the crisis.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association is an association of combat veterans
6,
from
7.
all
I think I
branches
should
of the
mention
United States
some of the programs coming up.
ride motorcycles as a hobby. Our
Just
mission
as a
is to support those who have defended our country and freedoms.
because we have a new program
Veteran care facilities
on
provide
Sundays
all
now, so
clothing,
I should
shelter,
mention
guidance, or
should
simply
mention
to
the
say thank you
program
to
schedule for
local
today.
We have members from nearly all 50 states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in our armed forces, with several serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a nonprofit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma2-2.org.
Hi, this is Ray Brown, inviting you to tune in to Talkin' Birds, a show about wild birds, birding, and conservation, right here on WVBF, broadcasting from the Taunton Federal Credit Union studios at 14 Church Green. Join us for informative interviews and fun information about birds and birding. It's Talkin' Birds, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday mornings at 9, here on WVBF, AM 1530 and 99.7 FM.
Alright.
Bill finally got a haircut.
Alright, awesome. 3, 2, 1. And welcome back to Middleboro in Review with Joe and Don.
Hi.
So,
Boy, we did a lot of talking, huh?
yeah,
On the show about what? Nothing.
so you're our resident train expert,
No.
obviously.
No, I'm not an expert. I like
Well,
trains.
You're knowledgeable.
People
We'll
do
say
call
that.
me
You're
that.
knowledgeable on trains.
Everyone calls me Mr. Conductor.
You're knowledgeable on trains. Do you have any, mini update on how Amtrak is doing when it comes to rolling out the new trains?
You know what's funny? I haven't really been reading up on Amtrak. I've been following this guy down in Florida. His name's Danny Hodman. Hodman? Yeah, whatever. He does, called Real Fan Danny. He does a bunch of videos down Tampa, up in Florida, pretty much CSX guy. I've been watching a lot of his videos, and
Yeah.
You've watched him too, right?
Me too, yes,
Yeah,
I do.
He's really good. I've been actually following him. He puts a video out almost every month, and he's really professional. He has drones. He's really into it. He's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
He's getting a big following, and the whole rail fanning viewing thing is getting big.
It's skyrocketing.
It's getting big. It's getting big. Towns like Folkestone, Georgia, they have rail fanning platforms, and their economy is almost based on people coming in because they call that the Folkestone funnel.
Yeah.
Down there, Folkestone, Georgia is I'd say it's about I don't know, it's about 40 miles north of Jacksonville, but that's when majority of all the trains go through. And if you want to see trains, you can sit there. But as far as Amtrak, I know they're working on the new, and you talked about this too, the new high-speed Acela train, they call it.
Yes. And what I wanted to say about that, I mentioned why I brought it up to you, and if you had any more updates, is a couple of weeks ago I did see a video, maybe it was about a month ago, I did see a video of what the new trains are going to look like from inside and out.
I saw that too.
It was interesting. Definitely very beautiful as well, very spacious, and it looks like a really good ride. Hopefully, people will be able to test that out in the coming weeks when it comes out, whenever it does. There's still no, set concrete date on when it's going to be rolled out. It will be 2021, but when is the question. And if we get any updates on that, if we can get any updates, we will let you know here on Middleboro in Review. But we just want to make sure. We just wanted to bring that up. We had a few little minor things about it. Just wanted to mention that we saw a video on it. They have a video up. The official, I think it's the official Amtrak YouTube channel has it up about the new trains and what they look like and a little bit of information on them. Good morning, Scott from Georgia. He says good morning and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Scott.
All right, so a little bit of sports here. So it is week 15 here in the NFL, which means almost the end of the season. It's been a long season. I'm starting to get burnt out on the football a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I like football, but it's a long season. 17 weeks is a long season to follow weekly, and after about 13 or 14 weeks, I start to kind of ignore it and wait for the playoffs. I watch a lot of the football when it comes to the playoffs and playoff time. But there's some interesting games on today. The Seahawks take on the Washington football team, who is starting to really get on a groove. They've been doing very well lately. And the Seahawks are kind of the opposite. They have been struggling, not really able to win games. Russell Wilson has been the complete opposite of what he was to start the season. A lot of interceptions, a lot of mistakes, and it's really kind of a mess for Seattle right now. Hopefully they can turn it around a little bit with a win against Washington today. The Patriots need to win. This is a must-win today, this afternoon. 1 p.m. kickoff. Must win against the Dolphins. Tua and the Dolphins are looking to end the Patriots season. It is a win or done scenario. They must win this game. They must win the next 3 games. Honestly, they must win all their games. They must win out. And they need some help as well to get in. They need help. And really, their playoff hopes are really clinging to next to nothing. So the Patriots need a win here this afternoon. The Buccaneers need a win against the Falcons. The Buccaneers have had an up and down season. They are playoff bound. They're going to be playoff bound. They're going to be a playoff team. I'm pretty sure of it. But their season has been up and down. They need a statement win today against the Falcons. The Falcons have not had a great year. But they've gotten it done when it really mattered. So the Buccaneers need a win today. Eagles need a win in the NFC East desperately. And they have to beat the Cardinals to do it, and I don't think they can. The Cardinals they're good. They're not great, but they're good. And I think that will be good enough to beat the Eagles. The Eagles have not had a good year. Jets and Rams, we already know who's going to win that one. Jets have not won a game in forever, it seems like. They haven't won a game this year. So the Rams should win this game. I'll be pretty surprised if they do not. 4:05 kickoff. It'll be interesting to see. Chiefs and Saints. That's the pick of the week. That's the game I'm going to be most likely, if I'm able to catch it, that's the one I'm going to be watching. Chiefs and Saints. That is an important matchup. Breeze and Mahomes, two great teams. Winner really cements their playoff spot. Actually, is it Breeze and Mahomes, or is it still the other quarterback? I'm not sure if Breeze is back or not. But it's still a good matchup either way, because the Saints have a really good team, and the Chiefs, they're amazing. They seem to be on the track to another Super Bowl, but it's kind of still too early to say right now, because Steelers seem to be on the track of going down a little bit. They kind of have to get it together today or tomorrow night against the Bengals. We'll have to see if they do that. All right, so that's your sports segment for today. Oh, wait, I did forget one other thing. I just want to make sure I get this as well. The Abington girls cross-country team has won their first title since 1979. So, congratulations, the Abington girls cross-country team. They are your cross-country champions for the first time in 41 years. So congratulations, Abington girls cross-country. All right, so the Middleboro Food Pantry. Well, before we get to that, we're going to get to it. When we come back, we're going to take another quick commercial break because it's right around that time. So, when we come back, we're going to talk about the Middleboro Food Pantry. This week, they'll have Christmas meals that come out that are going to be delivered out. So, we're going to talk about that when we come back. And we'll also have a little bit of time again. We're going to mention this again. Talk a little bit about it again. Holiday cooking safety as well. I think it's important to mention it again. And then we'll talk a little bit about a local project that was done in Middleboro Carver. So we are going to talk about all of that when we return here on Middleboro Review. You're listening to Middleboro Review, 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. We will be right back here for the December 20th, 2020 edition. Another commercial. Get these commercials out of the way here. Now, because that was my sports segment.
Mention something about
I'm done there. Yep.
Mention something about Legislative votes too.
Yes.
Or whatever. Because it's their last week. But you give them a plug. And we'll give them a plug.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a plug.
We'll plug them next week too.
Yeah.
We'll thank them and
Yep.
tell them because they're gonna be closed next week. Next Sunday, right?
Yeah.
All
Alright, let me get him. Let me get it up.
For all your winter needs, like fresh cut greens, Christmas trees, winter berries, and much, much more. Visit them today at 556 Wareham Street in Middleboro, or call them 508
I love the music.
947 15
I love the music.
98. Again, the number is
That's
508
good, Chris found that.
947 1598.
Hi, this is Chris Keach, host of the Morning Wake Up News on WVBF. Beginning at 7 a.m. weekday mornings, I present a fast-paced 2 hours of the latest local headlines, New England sports, and the 3-day weather forecast. I also liven things up with several featured segments, including little-known facts with Chaz Allen, Our Daily Bread, the Legal Report with attorney Amy E. Feldman, a checkup on health, and a report on your pet's health as well. Jet Williams will bring you the stories behind the scoreboard with Jetstream Sports, and the USA Radio Network has the latest world and national news. So please join me Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for the Morning Wake Up News. It's all here at AM 1530, WVBF, and 99.7 FM. We are your hometown radio station.
St. Vincent de Paul of
we got
Sacred
about
Heart Church in Middleboro.
13 minutes. We're gonna have about 13 minutes to rifle off 3 stories, pretty much.
Level of the parish hall on Oak Street. Directly across the street
We'll
from
talk about
Sacred
Christmas a
Heart
little.
Church in
Yeah.
Middletown.
Holiday cooking safety. We're gonna talk about the food pantry, Christmas meals,
And what Christmas means to us.
and what Christmas means. Seeing if I can get a phone call, maybe. Probably not, but I did mention, phone lines are open if you want to call. Anyone here in the chat, in the Facebook chat, put down in the chat what Christmas means to you.
May the good Lord bless you and keep you safe.
All right, we are back here on Middleboro Review. It is 7:47 a.m. here on Middleboro Review. Don,
Yes.
what does Christmas mean to you?
Christmas means to me is the little things. Not the big presents and not, it's not because I'm cheap either. It was, you don't need it because you don't, you're not materialistic. You're cheap. No, I'm not, believe me. I feel Christmas is helping somebody. Christmas, to me, is year-round, being thoughtful year-round.
Yes.
That's Christmas. I mean, you went out of your way to reach out to the food pantry. I mean, you didn't have to do that. That was something you wanted to do for your show. And then I think doesn't VBF do a couple more food pantry spots?
Yes,
during the week?
they've done other food pantries as well.
That's Christmas.
Yeah, they've.
That's Christmas, Karen. Going
Yes.
out of your way to, that's Christmas. Christmas is being kind to somebody.
Absolutely.
Christmas is maybe to have a good meal and maybe relax and enjoy what you have, what God gave you. What else is Christmas, in my opinion? Christmas is looking at the lights, look at the beautiful lights that people work so hard to put up, so you can look at and give your spirit a lift, give your heart a lift. And Christmas is family.
Yes. Scott from Georgia. He says family, and I definitely 100% agree.
How about you, Joe? How about
Family.
You, Joe? Put you
For
on the
me,
hot seat.
for
Don't
me,
tell me.
for me, family. Spending time with family really is the most important thing, and also generosity as well.
Helping people.
Yeah. helping people. The helping people and spending time with family is the most important things to me.
And you should be caring year round.
Yes.
You shouldn't just be nice around the holidays and then be rotten the rest of the year. You should always be. And like I said, I'm pointing it back. I just said it a few minutes ago. You went out of your way to reach out to the food pantry.
Yeah.
You're running their ads. You're having the people. We're talking about it. I mean, you've been talking about the food pantry almost a year, since March, since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Which is very important information for people who are struggling through this time. So, and prayers to the people who are struggling. And that's Christmas. And Christmas is positive thoughts.
Yeah.
No negative waves, Moriarty.
Yeah.
You know what that line's from? Kelly's Heroes. Okay? I'm going to see the movie Kelly's Heroes with Clint Eastwood. It's a great movie. Donald Sutherland is the tank commander, and Moriarty, who plays, I'm not sure the name of the actor. He was on Mary Tyler Moore. I think it's Galvin something. I don't know his name, but he was Moriarty, and he always used to say, "Enough of the negative ways, Moriarty. Everything is so righteous and beautiful." Anybody who hasn't seen Kelly's Heroes, the movie is awesome. I just love that movie. It's my favorite, and everybody's in it. Everyone's in that movie. But,
so we have about 9 minutes. If you want to call and say what Christmas means to you, the number is 508-822-1106.
Maybe Scott can call. Have Scott call.
All right, Williams Training Post. We just played them during the commercial break. They're open as we're getting closer to Christmas. They are the place to go to get Christmas gifts for the family. They're definitely the place to go. 556 Wareham Street, Middleboro, Massachusetts. And their number is 508-947-1598.
They're a Middleboro institution. And there are people out there who put their Christmas trees out around Christmas time. I mean, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of traditions out there. A lot of people like putting their Christmas tree out right after Thanksgiving. I understand it. But there's people who like getting their Christmas tree the week up. Because they make, because it's a whole Christmas thing. It's just, I believe in that myself. I was always a firm believer in that. But some people who get their tree this week, decorate it, and just do the Christmas week and stuff. But so that's what I'm saying. That's why they're selling Christmas trees right up to the end, right up to what Christmas Eve or before Christmas Eve? When's the last day?
Before
day?
Christmas Eve.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, there's a lot of people who wait to the last minute to get their trees because it's just part of their tradition. They just do it. They like doing things Christmas week. They don't like doing.
Yeah.
I like doing things Christmas week. I'm really in the Christmas spirit this week.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, it's always good to be generous, but this is when I'm in the Christmas spirit.
This is the week. Yeah.
I don't start thinking about Christmas around Halloween. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
But there are people who like that.
The Sacred Heart Food Pantry is offering meal assistance for Christmas. And meals are supposed to be shipped out coming up here very shortly. I get the exact date. Meals will be given out on Tuesday, December 22nd between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. If you do not pick up your meal, you will not be eligible to sign up next year. Again, the food pantry is... Hold on 1 second. The food pantry is at Oak Street in Middleboro, 53 Oak Street in Middleboro. So make sure you go, if you have gotten a Christmas meal from them, make sure you go on December 22nd between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. to retrieve it, to get it. All right.
And you want to thank all the volunteers, too.
Yeah, and also thank all the volunteers that have put all the Christmas meals together this year.
Everything. Since day one.
Since day one.
Forever, actually.
Yeah.
Think about it. But these people they're going away. That's what Christmas is all about.
Yeah.
Volunteering. They're not running to the malls. They're not buying expensive gifts and stuff like that. They're helping people in need. That's true Christmas in my. Those people are the true heroes. Are the people who volunteer. These people volunteer. They don't get paid. So that's very important. That is the most important thing.
All right, so a little early today, but we'll get to today in history in just a second. I want to go over the schedule for today. After the news, we have Bread of Life with Pastor Ortez Van Cross. That will be coming up. 8:30, we have the Rosary. 9 o'clock, we have Talking Birds, a great program. 9:30, we have Keys of the Kingdom. 10 o'clock, we have a new program that began airing last week. All on God with Edna Isaac. That will be on at 10 to 11. Musical Odyssey Christmas program will be on today for Christmas at 11. And at 12, Jim Larkin, who I believe I saw on Facebook, has a birthday today.
Today is Jim Larkin's birthday.
Yeah,
Right.
so happy birthday, Jim Larkin.
For his show.
So it will be a Jim Larkin birthday / Christmas Sounds of the Emerald Isle, because
say that one more time. That sounds so good. One more time.
A birthday / Christmas Sounds of the Emerald Isle
with Jim Larkin.
Today. So happy birthday, Jim Larkin.
Happy birthday, Jim.
So I'm gonna ask you this question.
And
oh yes.
Don't forget about Ed Miller.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Ed Miller, if you're listening. 2 o'clock, Ed Miller and Tony Branch, Stand Up Strong.
Great show.
So, Don.
Yes.
Serious question now.
Uh-oh.
Well, somewhat serious.
Okay,
I suppose.
Yes, sir.
With the today in histories. What do you know about the U.S. invasion of Panama?
I know what happened in 1989.
Yep.
I know they ousted Noriega, and are we talking? Is this the anniversary?
Yes.
Today? Yes.
We are talking. It is the anniversary, 1989, December 20th.
Yes.
The United States invasion of Panama. 1606, the Virginia Company loads 3 ships of settlers and sets sail to establish Jamestown, Virginia, the first permanent English settlement in the Americas. This is their second attempt at it when it comes to settling in Virginia. They did settle in Virginia. Not sure exactly what area it was. I think it was Roanoke, and that failed. There was an interesting story about that that we don't have time to talk about, but maybe we'll talk a little bit about next week. I'll do a little research on it. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about it. 2019, the United States Space Force becomes the first new branch of the United States Armed Forces since 1947. So the United States Space Force. That makes me think of Star Trek.
You know what? Their flag. You ever see the Space Force flag?
I've seen it.
It looks like Starfleet's flag. It really does. You ever see the flag of Starfleet? It looks just like that.
So yeah,
it's like they got the Starfleet flag from the Star Trek. And he says, "Okay, that's our flag."
It makes me think of that, and it also kind of makes me think of Star Blazers as well. Maybe less people might know what Star Blazers are.
I remember the flag. You remember the flag of Star Blazers?
I don't.
Scott would know.
I don't.
I know Scott would know.
Scott would know. Scott on the Facebook would know about Star Blazers.
But it's the 1-year anniversary for the Space Force.
Yeah, the 1-year anniversary of the Space Force.
Good.
Happy birthday to Peter Criss, American singer-songwriter, drummer, and producer. Drummer of what band, Don?
Kiss.
Kiss. Yes, exactly.
What drummer? There was a couple of drummers that replaced him. One died, and one's still alive.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Deaths on this day, we have one. The famous American astronomer, astrophysicist, and cosmologist Carl Sagan passed away 24 years ago today, December 20th, 1996. All right, that'll do it for today's program. Next week, like I just mentioned, we'll have a little bit about, we'll have a little interesting little segment on the first failed attempt of English settlements in America. There is an interesting story about that, and I think it'll be interesting to tell it. So we'll talk about that next week. We'll also have some other interesting things as well. We'll talk about things we didn't get to. There is a project that was happening in Middleboro and Carver that I want to talk about as well. So
we'll research that later.
We're going to research that, and we're going to really talk about that next week. We're going to have a lot of information on it. So, and we'll have much more as well for the final program of Middleboro in Review for the year 2020. All right, so that'll do it for today. And up next after the news will be Bread of Life.
So Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, and have a great week.
Have a safe one.
Bye-bye. Good program. Good program. Bye-bye, everybody.